Man, can't nobody tell you how to be you. You got to be very honest with yourself. The the best thing that I could say is everybody wants to know what they are and tell people what they are. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. The most important knowledge you can have about yourself is what you aren't. First game, 2008 season, Houston Texans. Um, Doctors in January cleared me to work out. They said they didn't know if I'd ever play again, but they said if I worked hard enough, I'd at least have a chance. So the fact that I was able to walk out on that field and be a starter for the eventual Super Bowl champions was just a gift from God. I'll never forget that day. Freaking Randy Moss, but wasn't nothing you could do, bro. Like, it wasn't just nothing you could do, dog. It was just, no matter like what you studied, where you lined up, he just caught the Mickey Ficky ball just all the time, dog. And it was so frustrating. And Tom, I hate Tom, but I love him, right? It's like Tom, and then he's like tall and he's handsome and he's rich. And then it just makes you hate him more. Because then I met him and he's super cool. Just a good dude, nice and personable. And he used to eat our face. We'd be really good. It didn't matter. You know why? Because Tom was going to get 300 because he was freaking Tom. So those two dudes, man, were just different, bro, in different ways. One was like a freak of nature, and the other one just defied all rules and odds of measurables. Basketball. I'm black. I mean, not to be, I can say it. Other people might not say it. You know, like, it's the other sport we saw the most of us. You know, and it was a sport that we got to excel in. And obviously, they're the face of basketball. You know, I won me a little state championship my senior year, but it was the other sport I played up until the end of high school. Ooh, it's a good one. So I do not have like I want to do this, but I write out goals. So here's my arc. Right, here's what I want to do. I want to be the best sports analyst / host in sports TV and TV. I want to be the best GM in football. And then my final job and my dream job is to be the athletic director at a HBCU when I'm done with everything, and try to pass on that knowledge, put a school in a better position to succeed and to understand how to operate in a world where they can be respected at an elite level, both academically and athletically. Man, can't nobody tell you how to be you. You got to be very honest with yourself. The best thing that I could say is everybody wants to know what they are and tell people what they are. I'm this, I'm that, I'm this. The most important knowledge you can have about yourself is what you aren't. Teaches you not to waste time, right? Like, if I'm not something, I understand if that's an important thing to be, I understand how to compensate for it. Oh, I'm not fast enough. Let me learn angles. Let me understand tips and tendencies. Let me be the best anticipator of what's about to happen. Oh, I'm not a Hall of Fame quarterback, so I can't tell a straight offense. Okay, let me figure out how to tell a straight offense from a defensive point of view. Oh, they want to hear these guys, all of these dudes do touchscreen. Okay, let me do touchscreens with the theme. That's a funny theme that people can get into. Let me put Big Trouble, Little China, so we can talk about that, right? And so it's always been like, when you understand what you aren't, you learn how to lessen your opportunities of failure. And that's what I've always focused on. Like, people don't want to be honest with themselves about that, because then you have to admit that you might not be good at something. Well, I got a newsflash. Ain't nobody good at everything, right? Michael Jordan is clearly not a good gambler. He just got a lot of money. But he's the best basketball player that ever lived. And so I just think that, man, just understand what you are and don't see it as totally negative, because you can turn those negatives into positives if you do the right things.